Very good morning, children. So till now we completed important life process. So like nutrition, then respiration and transportation. So today we will come to the another important life process, whichever is going to be carried out by all organisms. That is excretion, which is helping in eliminating the waste materials which are produced during the metabolic activities. So here you know that there are so many factories which you are observing in your surroundings, and these factories are producing useful products. So along with that useful products, some of the materials are produced which they are not needed. Is it clear? So such type of waste are called as just waste produced in the factories. So just like factories, how they are producing waste materials. So for example, if you take any what is that industry like sugarcane industry you can take, or textile industry you can take. So in that so many wastes are produced along with the useful products. So the wastes are produced as byproducts which the they are not useful. Is it clear to you? So such type of wastes are called industrial effluents like that. So exactly like that, even in the living organisms also, as it is said to be cellular body means living organisms, as they are made up of different types of cells. And during this cellular activities, what is happening means many wastes are produced. Have you followed? So many waste materials are going to be produced from the living organisms also. Is it clear? And that's why our body is compared with the factory. Is it clear? So just like how the factories are producing waste materials along with useful products. Okay, some of the waste materials are produced. So just like that, in our body also, or in all living organisms, waste materials are produced. So you will get doubts. So from where these wastes are produced? So these waste materials in living organisms are produced at regular intervals of time. Okay, regular intervals of time we can observe the production of waste materials, and these waste materials, from where they are produced, what kind of waste materials are produced. So like that, if we get any question like that, if we question ourselves from where these wastes are produced, or when do wastes are produced, then what are the different waste materials produced. So like that, if we get any questions, or if we get any doubt, then definitely we'll have answers for that questions. So now from where do the waste materials are produced means, you know it very well, from the cells. Okay, and how they are produced means, as you know that different kinds of cellular activities are going to happen in our body. Cellular activities are happening in our body. So during that cellular activities, so many waste materials are produced. Is it clear to children? And what kind of waste materials are produced? So for that, answer is said to be, so during the process of respiration, carbon dioxide is produced. Like that, other wastes are produced, like urea you can take, uric acid you can take, or salts you can take. Like the different waste materials are going to be produced. Even undigested waste material, all these are going to be produced by the living organisms. Have you followed? Then, so to understand these questions, whatever just now I explained, like what is that, what are the waste produced, and how do they produce, how are they produced, and what are the different kinds of waste produced. So to understand such type of questions, we have to work on that. So in what way? You know that all living organisms, as they are made up of cells and they are performing cellular activities, and for the survival of all living organisms. So we want to survive. Okay, to survive, or any other living organism, if it wants to survive, what the organisms are going to do means, they are performing some activities. Is it not? From birth to death, the activities are happening in the body, and these activities are either they help in bodybuilding material. So these activities help in bodybuilding, material. Okay, so some activities are useful for one's own body. Is it clear to you? So such type of activities which are helping in that body building means development of that body of any organism. So that one we call it as a anabolism. So that process is called as a anabolism. So all that anabolic activities are going to help in the development of the organism, growth, development of organism. So whereas other process is also going to happen, that is to be breakdown. So breakdown process is also going to happen. So breakdown process of the body is also happening. So which we call it as a catabolism. Okay, so this anabolism and catabolism are the activities which are going to be happening in all living organisms, and this anabolism and catabolism together we call it as a metabolic activities. Metabolic activities. Is it clear to you? So all living organisms, they are going to perform metabolic activities. What for these metabolic activities are needed? For the survival of organisms. How do they survive? Because of these activities, some of the materials used for body development is happening, and energy breaking down is also going to happen. Breakdown of energy, okay, releasing of energy. So like that, or breakdown of body, it is happening. So all these together is happening in this like anabolism and catabolism is happening in living organisms, which we call together as a metabolic activities. Have you followed, children? So now so different products are produced in the metabolic activities, and these during this metabolic activities, whatever the products produced, some are useful and some are not useful. So useful materials are used up by the organisms, and non-useful or waste products which are produced are going to be eliminated from the body. Have you followed? So here one activity is given. So what you can understand with that activity, let us learn. So in the process of photosynthesis, first we will take activity photosynthesis. So what are the products produced here in the process of photosynthesis? Photosynthesis is the process which is carried out by green plants and some kind of bacteria. Is it clear to children? So during this process of photosynthesis, what are the products produced? Products. So what kind of products are produced? So now you know that starch is produced and carbon dioxide and water are produced. Okay. So now here starch is used by the plants for the development, and the carbon dioxide and water whichever are produced, they are going to be just sent out of the body, where this So in the process of photosynthesis, starch, oxygen and water are produced. So carbon dioxide used up by the plants for photosynthesis. So starch is useful for the plant, for the growth, development, or any parts to develop. So starch is needed, and oxygen is released into the atmosphere, and water vapor is also released into the atmosphere. It is sent out like from the plants. So coming to the next one, that is said to be respiration. So in the process of respiration, what are the products produced? You know that heat energy is produced. Heat energy along with carbon dioxide and water. Is it not? So in the process of respiration, the products formed are said to be heat energy, carbon dioxide and water. So this heat energy whichever is produced, it is helping in performing all the activities of our body. Is it clear to children? Not only our body, all living organisms. Whereas carbon dioxide, whatever it is produced, and water whichever is produced, they are going to be sent out of the body. Then in the process of digestion, so you know that what is the meaning of digestion? Breaking down of complex food into simple form by the action of digestive enzymes is called digestion. In the process of digestion, end products of digestion are formed, or end products of food are formed. What are they? Means you know that glucose, amino acids and fatty acids and undigested food material. So undigested food material is not needed for the body, so it has to be sent out or eliminated from the body. Whereas glucose, amino acids and fatty acids whichever are produced in the process of digestion are going to be used up by the cells for the survival. Is it clear to children? So like that here, some of the materials are useful and unwanted material or waste which are produced during that metabolic activities has to be sent out of the organisms, body of organisms. So now here you what you can understand with the with this means, so what happens if the undigested or harmful products if they are present in the living organisms for a long period of time, what is going to happen? So that causes a great harm to the living organisms. So not harmful substances, they are supposed to be sent out of the body. So if they store in the body for a longer period of time, then that results in some problems. What problems they are going to face? So here some questions are given. So what products would the organisms be able to take up for other activities? So you know that they are going to make use of this glucose, amino acids, fatty acids and heat energy, etc. Is it not, children? Then what are the products which could cause harm to the body? Like carbon dioxide you can take, urea you can take, water you can take. So excess, so they are not supposed to be. Or poisonous wastes which are produced, they have to be sent out of the body. Then what happens if harmful products are not removed from the body? So what is going to happen? So they are going to store in the body. If they store in the body, then they become toxic, they become poisonous, and the cells they cannot perform their activities because of that storing of this harmful substances which has become toxic. Sometimes it leads to death also. Is it clear to children? Then coming to the next point, so are we going to observe any specialized system in eliminating the waste materials? So how that process of eliminating waste materials is going to happen in the body? So now in this class we are going to learn about the human excretion. So how the process of eliminating waste materials is going to happen in human body? So how it is going to happen, and what is the main aim of excretion? So that we will learn now. You know that there are some organs which help in eliminating the waste materials from the body. Okay, the major excretory organs present in human body are said to be kidneys. Is it clear to you? And the waste are going to be eliminated through the kidneys in the through ureters, urethra, how they are going to send the waste materials in the form of urine. So that we will learn later. So now the system which helps in eliminating waste materials is said to be excretory system, and the word excretion is taken from the Latin language. So here X means shift. X means out, and cranier means shift. So what is going to be shifted from the body, from the cells? So that waste materials are going to be sent out of the body. So that one we call it as a excretion. Excretion is a Latin word. Is it clear to children? Then, so now you know that different kinds of waste materials are produced in the body. Just now you learned. And how they are going to be sent out of the body means through excretory system, I said. So here, what is the aim of excretory system? That is our question. Is it not, children? So now the main aim of excretory system or the process of excretion. So the main aim of excretion process is said to be maintaining ionic balance. Ionic balance. So different materials which are present in our body. So like so many minerals are there, or whatever like carbohydrates, proteins, fats, what we are taking, all these are made available to the cells in the form of ions. So that ionic balance is maintained because of the process excretion. Have you followed, children? Then apart from that, the excretion process is also going to help in maintaining water balance. Water balance. Is it clear to you? So how much water has to be present in the body, that is also maintained because of the process excretion in the living organisms, and ionic balance also. So how much amount of that materials must be present in the body. So ionic balance, which we call it as a homeostasis. Homeostasis. So you will be given for 1 mark. What do you mean by homeostasis? Means you must remember that is ionic balance. Have you followed? So in the previous lesson we learnt like electrically charged particles are present in the body. So like this ionic balance is to be maintained in the body to have proper health. Is it clear to children? Or to maintain our regular activities. So this ionic balance has to be maintained, that is happening because of excretion. Apart from that, this water balance also, osmoregulation. So this process is also going to be done, that is because of excretion process. So apart from that, the main function is said to be this only, ionic balance and water balance. Whereas other work whichever is going to be carried out by this excretion is said to be elimination of waste. Elimination of waste from the body. Okay, so during metabolic activities, different kinds of waste materials are produced, and these waste materials are going to be sent out of the body. That is also because of excretion. Is it clear to children? So here the aim of the process of excretion is said to be to maintain ionic balance and water balance. So these two are very, very important. So in turn it helps in elimination of waste materials from the body. So now here what kind of waste are produced? from the body. What kind of substances are going to be produced in the body, and what are the substances which are going to be eliminated from the body, or like harmful substances which are produced in the organisms. If we take, so what are those substances? The waste products which are produced are said to be carbon dioxide, then water, then nitrogenous waste is clear to you. Then other one is nitrogenous waste. Examples. So what are they? Like ammonia, urea, uric acid. Okay, uric acid. Then bile pigments, bilirubin and biliverdin. Then excess salts. Excess amounts of salts. So again, bile salts are there: sodium cholate, sodium deoxycholate. Okay, so nitrogenous waste, ammonia, urea, uric acid. Then pigments, then excess salts. So all these are coming under waste materials. Have you followed, children? So if waste materials are stored in the body for a long period of time, what will happen? Means the cells, they cannot perform the cellular activities because they are filled with the toxic materials only. Is it clear to you? Space will not be there because the entire space of the cells are filled with this waste materials only, which causes a problem to the cells for their metabolic activities, so that it may lead to the problems related to health, or sometimes it leads to death, because the waste materials, when they store in the body for a long period of time, then they become toxic. Toxic means poisonous, and swelling of body parts we can observe, and we cannot breathe properly, so sometimes it leads to death also. Have you followed, children? So out of all these waste materials which are produced, like carbon dioxide, water, or nitrogenous waste, pigments, excess salts, ammonia. Okay, so these nitrogenous wastes are very, very much poisonous to our body. So that is the reason they must be eliminated from the body at regular intervals. Is it clear to children? So how that process of eliminating waste materials is going to happen? Is it not? So to learn what we have to do. So here in your textbook page number 75, so this Department of Biochemistry, so they have given it in a table that information about the report on plasma, serum. Is it clear to you? Analysis it is given, blood analysis it is given, blood test, and the report on urine analysis also it is given. Have you followed? You can see. You can see in your textbooks page number 76. Okay. So how much? So result what we got here, and the units range, how much it must be present. Okay. So now let us once recall this. So here the blood report, it is going to give you analysis that glucose fasting. So it is given 82 units, children. Milligrams it is per deciliter it is given. Range must be 60 to 100. Okay. So glucose in glucose fasting is okay. It is between 60 to 100. Okay. First one. Then sodium, if you take 137 millimoles per liter, it is its range, how much it is to be present in our body, means 135 to 145. So okay, it is also in limits only. Then potassium, if you take it is present 4.10, result we got millimoles per liter. Then here how much it must be present means 3.5 to 5.5. So it is also in a limit only. Chlorides, if we take 101, it is given, and 95 to 106, it is also in limits. Then urea, if we take 26 29 milligrams per deciliter, 15 to 40. So it is also in limits only. Then creatine 2.8, result we got of in the blood test, in blood report. So but it must be present here 0.6 to 0.15, but creatine is more, 2.8. Uric acid 7.50 it is given, whereas range is said to be 3.0 to 5.0. So it is also more. Then total cholesterol, if we take 221, so here 150 to 200, it is also more. Triglycerides, so it is 167, but it is in normal range only. So calcium, if you take, it is also in normal range. Phosphorus, then bilirubin, that is said to be bile pigment, children. Is it clear to you? So it is also in a normal range. It is excess, sorry, it is in excess quantity. So total proteins 7.20, whereas here it is 6 to 7.50, so 7.5. So it is also normal. So albumin, which is said to be a blood protein, so it is 4.6 grams per deciliter, but it is also in a range only, in the limit. Okay, so now urine analysis, if we take urine analysis. So urine analysis, 24 hours protein, 24 hours creatinine, 24 hours calcium, 24 hours phosphorus, 24 hours uric acid, if we take. So here your protein 90, whereas here it must be less than 100. It is also in limits. Creatine 2.7, but it must be 1 to 2 only. Then calcium 305, it must be present up to 200. So it is more, not in limit. Then phosphorus, if we take 0.8, but it is in range only. Okay. Then 24 hours uric acid, if we take 800 milligrams per day, here it must be present 600 grams. So uric acid is more in the urine analysis. So electrolytes. So what do we mean by this electrolytes? So you know that sodium chloride, when we take, it is present, it is the salt present, major salt present in our body is said to be sodium chloride, NaCl. Is it clear to children? But if we see in which form it is made available to the cells, means Na plus and Cl minus. So like that it must be present. So these are called as electrolytes. Have you followed? So sodium, how much it must be present? 140, result it is given. So it must be present in the range between 125 to 250. Okay. So it is in the normal only. So potassium, result is 50, whereas it is also in limits 25 to 100. Then osmolality, that is after calculation, so it is 180. So it is also in limits, that is 100 to 600. Glucose 65 milligrams per deciliter, it is also in limits, that is 50 to 80. Then chlorides 128, it is also in limits, 120 to 130. So in between only it is present. Then urea, if you take, it is 35. Okay. So grams per day, 20 to 30 only it must be present. So now altogether this urine analysis is going to give you uric acid and urea, they are more. Okay. And here what is more in range means, if we see, you know that this uric acid, it is more. Uric acid is more and creatine is more. Even urea, it is okay. So in blood test, creatine and uric acid are more than the limit. So means they are present in the body, like as it is not eliminated properly, it is going to be giving. So then we have to take care of our health. Is it clear to children? So that is the reason here doctors will advise us to go for a blood test or urine test when we are not healthy. Is it clear to you? So that blood test and urine test will give the information about all the ways how much they are present in blood as well as in urine. Is it clear to you? So all that information, with that we can take care of our health. Is it clear to children? Then, so here some questions are given. What are the materials needed to be removed from the body? So you know that carbon dioxide, excess water, uric acid, cholesterol, excess creatinine. So they must be sent out of the body. Is it clear to children? From where do these materials from? Obviously tissues. So tissues are made up of cells. Then what are the organs that separate excretory materials? So what are the different kinds of different excretory organs in our body? So what are the important excretory organs present in our body? Excretory organs. So you know that kidneys are major excretory organs. Apart from kidneys, skin, liver, lungs, even intestines, large intestine, etc. All these are acting as excretory organs. So kidneys, they are going to eliminate waste materials from the blood in the form of urine. Skin is eliminating waste materials in the form of sweat. Liver, it is going to eliminate waste materials in the form of bile pigments or bile salts. Then lungs are going to eliminate waste materials like carbon dioxide and water. Then large intestine, it is going to eliminate waste materials, that is excess water or undigested fecal matter or food material. Okay, fecal matter is going to be sent out of the body through large intestine. Is it clear to children? So like that, here the different excretory organs are present in our body, and the major portion of excretion is going to happen through kidneys. So in tomorrow's class we will discuss about the structure of kidney, then different organs associated with the excretory system and mechanism of urine formation. All that we will discuss tomorrow. Is it clear to you?